Usually I love trees and I think they're very important for us as a humans and for ecosystem. But today I'm gonna cut them. I'm in Croatia, in Ucka National Park, and that's the entrance to the camp. That's the main building. It's all powered with solar panels, and it's actually built by the national park, and they give it for volunteers to do different kind of ecosystem restoration projects. And there are some volunteers. We're having a break right now. So that's the main house. Here's some tools which we're gonna use for restoration. Fridge with the food, a lot of fruits, that's nice. There's electric storage, and batteries and stuff. Kitchen, and there's a second floor. Here in this huge containers, drinkable water. And there, if you go further down, tents. All volunteers are gonna sleep here, but they're already sleeping here. Yeah, and it's quiet in the shadows, it's not hot, because yeah, it's middle of July and average temperature is 30. Yeah, and I'm not sleeping in a tent, I'm staying in my car. I will keep this tree, I'll just cut the branches off. This tree is done, and we do it as a safety measure to prevent the wildfires. So we cut all the branches up to about 1 meter high. All the small branches like here, we put in a piles and we just leave them in the ground to rot. And all the bigger trees we take and bring to the grinder. A good workout. And honestly, I feel almost guilty for cutting all of these beautiful trees. Yeah.
In Croatia also it's quite a big initiative of planting trees, which is very interesting, and then we are cutting. Yes, here we are cutting trees, doing totally opposite. And people don't understand it. So we try to raise awareness that different habitats contribute to biodiversity, and that it's not the point only to have forests. And there are some birds, because we are a bird organization mainly, prefer open habitats in grasslands.
So all of this area is already cleared, like all around there till the edges, where the big tree starts. And we're going way there to make nice grasslands. Yeah, and it's very important because a lot of biodiversity, a lot of species are dependent on the grasslands. A lot of vegetation, of course, insects, also animals like rabbits and birds.
All the species that we are surrounded here, they compete with each other. And in time, different ecological parameters enable different species to dominate. Grasses don't have the competitive advantage over shrubs if the shrubs are not kept away by human influence.
This bush is done, so the rest we will do is a chainsaw. We just finished our shift and preparing all the tools and going back to the camp. It's down there. We're working in the morning because it's very hot, and then in the evening we will come back to continue clearing the grasslands.
vegetation study before you do anything on 5 to 10 plots. Then you do the restoration activities, and then you repeat the same vegetation study after. You try to see if the change is down to your activities or it's just random. Because a lot of processes in nature tend to have a lot of different reasons why they happen, and you can't pinpoint a single one.
We marked this territory for research, and now we need to find all the varieties of species and also how many of each there is.
It all comes back to you. You're all alone. Falling headlong into the inside realm. Whoa. Whoa.
Sedum, cactus, Eucropteris. This is Dianthus, Tonica, big leaves there, Celebolus. We have 18 species. There are probably much more. This is Knoutia. For this kind of plot it takes you around half an hour, 45 minutes to count them all.
In Croatia, we don't have many grasslands, but also we organize camps to educate people. And this is maybe more important reason, because now what we do at the camp is quite small scale. It's not such a big scale what we will restore, but to show people the importance of taking care of nature.
All of the cuttings from trees and bushes we will distribute in another place. They will rot and become fertilizer. And we take them away because we don't want to create more fertile soil in grasslands. Otherwise, even more trees will grow here. Okay, I will show you a very ecological toilet, and it's right here. You can see the toilet paper, that's shovel, that thingy. You just take it and go there. Yeah. There is very close connection between grasslands and sheep, because when shepherds send their sheep to graze, sheep kind of cutting the grass and therefore preventing the forest to grow. And right behind me, that guy is the last shepherd in this area. Well, it's all his family who are the last shepherds, but that's partly why we have to restore grassland manually, because there's not enough sheep around and shepherds. So yeah, we're in a very small village. We came to visit him. Here he's got his small shop where he sells cheese and milk.
I think
This is the different.
So what is the reason for you being the last family? The most problems are with people who are willing to help and willing to work. That's so organizing business is getting harder and harder.
During 6 days of work, we restored 5.8 hectares of grasslands. So it's almost a hectare per day, which is quite good result, to be honest. It's hard to admit, but when you cut and trim the trees, you've got quite satisfying feeling. And yeah, healthy ecosystem needs biodiversity. And in one places we need to plant more trees, and in others we need to cut them. So thank you for watching this video. If you like it, then please share it and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.